Hello, my friend. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. It is a cold evening in February. Snow falls softly outside the window. A young woman opens her mailbox and finds a small envelope. Inside, there is a red paper heart and a simple message. Be mine. Her heart beats faster. She smiles. But have you ever stopped and wondered, why do we celebrate love on February 14th? Who decided that this day should belong to flowers, chocolates, and secret love letters? Valentine's Day feels sweet and simple today. But the truth is very different. The story of Valentine's Day is full of mystery, danger, and even blood. It begins not with roses and romance, but in the powerful and wild days of ancient Rome. There were strange festivals, brave priests, secret weddings, and handwritten letters from prison. Yes, the story of love once included fear and sacrifice. So how did we move from ancient rituals to heart-shaped chocolates? Let us travel back in time and discover the real story behind Valentine's Day. Long before greeting cards and red balloons existed, Rome was one of the strongest empires in the world. The Romans had many gods and many festivals. One important festival was called Lupercalia. It took place every year in the middle of February. This festival was not about romantic love. It was about fertility and protection. During Lupercalia, Roman priests gathered in a special cave. This cave was believed to be the place where a wolf once cared for Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome. The priests sacrificed animals and performed rituals to bring health and good luck to the city. Young men would run through the streets with strips of animal skin. It may sound strange to us, but people believed this would bring fertility and blessings. At that time, Rome was ruled by Emperor Claudius II. He was a strong leader, but he had strict ideas. He believed that single men made better soldiers. He thought married men loved their families too much and would not fight bravely in war. So he made a shocking decision. He banned marriage for young men. Many people were unhappy. Love cannot be controlled by laws. Couples still wanted to marry. They wanted to promise their lives to each other. And this is where we meet a brave man named Valentine. Valentine was a priest in Rome. He believed in love and in the importance of marriage. When he heard about the emperor's cruel rule, he felt sad and angry. He knew that love was something special. It should not be forbidden. So Valentine made a dangerous choice. He began to perform secret weddings. At night, young couples would come to him quietly. In small rooms, with only candlelight, Valentine joined their hands and blessed their marriages. He risked his life for love, but secrets are hard to keep. Soon, Emperor Claudius discovered what Valentine was doing. The emperor was furious. He ordered Valentine to be arrested. Valentine was taken to prison. While in prison, something unexpected happened. According to legend, Valentine met the jailer's daughter. She was kind and visited him. Some stories say she was blind and that Valentine prayed for her healing. Others say they simply became close friends. Before his execution, Valentine wrote her a letter. At the end of the letter, he signed it. From your Valentine. On February 14th, around the year 269, Valentine was executed. He died because he believed in love and marriage. Over time, people remembered his courage. They began to honor him as Saint Valentine. Years passed, and the Roman Empire slowly changed. Christianity spread across Europe. Church leaders wanted to replace old Roman festivals like Lupercalia with Christian celebrations. So February 14th became Saint Valentine's Day. It was a day to remember the man who stood for love. But how did it become romantic? In the Middle Ages, people in Europe believed that February 14th was the day when birds began to choose their partners. They saw birds building nests and staying together. This made people connect the date with romance. One famous English poet, Geoffrey Chaucer, helped make this idea popular. In the 1300s, he wrote poems about love and about Valentine's Day. After that, people began to send love messages to each other on February 14th. In those days, love letters were written by hand. They were called Valentines. Some were short and sweet. Others were long and poetic. Young men and women expressed their feelings through beautiful words. By the 1700s, Valentine's Day was widely celebrated in England and France. People exchanged small gifts like flowers, candies, and handwritten cards. In the 1800s, printed cards became popular. Factories began to produce Valentine's cards with hearts, cupids, and romantic messages. Cupid, the small angel with a bow and arrow, also became a symbol of Valentine's Day. In Roman mythology, Cupid was the god of love. His arrow could make people fall in love instantly. Today, we still see his image on cards and decorations. As time moved forward, Valentine's Day crossed the ocean to America. In the United States, it became very popular in the 19th century. A woman named Esther Howland started selling beautifully designed Valentine's cards. Her business grew quickly. Soon, millions of cards were being sent every year. In the 20th century, Valentine's Day became even bigger. Companies began to sell heart-shaped boxes of chocolates, red roses, and romantic jewelry. The day turned into a huge celebration of love. Restaurants filled with couples. Stores decorated their windows with red and pink colors. Today, Valentine's Day is celebrated in many countries around the world. In Japan, women give chocolates to men on February 14th. In South Korea, there are even special days each month for love. In some countries, people celebrate friendship and family love, not only romantic love. But even with all the gifts and decorations, the heart of Valentine's Day remains the same. It is about expressing love. It is about courage, like the courage of Saint Valentine. It is about saying what is in your heart. When you give someone a card, you are part of a tradition that is more than 1,700 years old. When you write, "From your Valentine," you are repeating words that may have been written in a prison long ago. Isn't it amazing? A festival that once included strange Roman rituals became a day of romance and kindness. A priest who secretly married couples became a symbol of love around the world. Valentine's Day also teaches us something important. Love is powerful. It can survive wars, empires, and centuries. It can grow from small acts of bravery. It can turn pain into beauty. Of course, some people today feel that Valentine's Day is too commercial. They say it is only about spending money. And sometimes that may be true. But the real meaning of the day does not depend on expensive gifts. A simple message can be enough. A small note, a kind word, even a smile. In fact, the first Valentines were not expensive. They were handwritten. They were personal. They came from the heart. Maybe that is something we can remember. Imagine Saint Valentine in his prison cell, writing his final message. He did not know that his name would be remembered for centuries. He did not know that millions of people would celebrate love on the day of his death. He simply believed in love. From ancient Roman caves to modern love letters, the journey of Valentine's Day is long and surprising. It reminds us that traditions change over time. They grow and transform. But deep inside, they carry stories from the past. So the next time you see red roses in a shop window or hear someone say, "Happy Valentine's Day," remember the history behind it. Remember the festivals of Rome. Remember the brave priest. Remember the first love letter signed with hope. Valentine's Day is not just about romance. It is about human connection. It is about standing for what you believe in. It is about expressing feelings that are sometimes hard to say. Love has always been part of human life. It existed in ancient Rome. It existed in medieval castles. It exists today in our homes and hearts. And perhaps that is why Valentine's Day continues to survive. Because as long as people fall in love, as long as hearts beat faster when they receive a letter, this day will always have meaning. From ancient Rome to love letters, the story of Valentine's Day shows us one simple truth. Love finds a way. Happy Valentine's Day, my friend, and may your heart always be brave enough to say what it feels.